to the Monday MOOcast channel. This is Mike O'Mara, and as always, I'm here with
Greg Obert
and
Andrea Musolf.
And we are here to bring you episode 33 of the Monday MOOcast. 33, guys. Is that lucky or unlucky?
Lucky. Let's go with lucky.
Let's go with lucky.
Yeah, every week that we do these, I can't, the number just keeps going up. It's like, oh wow, we've done 33 already.
It's true.
Cool.
Right.
Yes.
And our subscribers are going up, Greg.
Yes,
I know.
they are, totally. Welcome, all the new subscribers.
Yay!
We cracked 30.
Yay! Well, now we're on the road to 50. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the people you don't even like to listen to us.
Yeah.
All right, so Andrea.
Yes.
What games have you played in the past 7 days?
I haven't played a lot, but let's see. I played Halo 4.
Yay!
Podcast, episode 6.
And she hated every minute of it.
Every second.
It's on tape. Go to our channel
and I
watch
quote, "Yeah, it's
6.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever."
Reach was so much better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my
not
god,
good.
I do not sound like
Yeah,
that.
it's all right. It's it's not SWAT.
Oh my god. Call of Duty. Oh my god.
But yeah, okay. In all seriousness, yeah, we do play through each chapter on our channel. It's on
do.
our Halo 4 playlist. It was good. I mean, I like playing it with my amigos. But
Except you, Brian Stone. You ruined all the buttons.
Come on, Brian.
I know. I couldn't even have my moment to press all the buttons. But it's fun. I think I really do need to start at the beginning because I've only played episode 6, and then the other one that we played a while ago, Greg, with the mechs. What
Yes.
number was that?
Oh.
It's 5 something,
3.
right? Or 3 something? Wow.
Episode
Okay.
3 is the one in Valhalla with
Yeah.
all the mantises.
Yeah, that's the one.
Manti.
Manatee.
Manti
Oh,
Manti
manatees are so cute. Yeah,
I'm just
so
picturing like a robotic manatee.
Yeah.
With rocket launchers on it.
I love you.
so I think it would make a big difference for me to go back and just play them in order, because as far as the story goes, I have no idea.
You ain't missing
There
much.
isn't any. Just watch
Okay.
the intro cutscenes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
those
Oh,
are good.
Okay.
Those are good.
Those are really
That's
good.
it.
On the other hand, though, I really did like how much experience I got for playing those.
Yeah.
That was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did that. That's awesome because it really
Yeah.
encourages people to play some sort of co-op and not just shoot each other in the face and SWAT all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, I played that. Also started playing Dead Island. Oh,
Woo!
gamed my library.
Welcome to 2 years ago.
I know.
Hey,
I don't care. It's really cool. I didn't get very far because I want to. Mike and Greg and I are gonna all start a new game together.
let's do it.
So I just, I wanted to get used to the controls, but it's really cool. I love the environment. You're on a tropical island. That's so cool. It's
With
very
zombies.
different. Yeah, it's very different from what I've played. I decided to go with the Asian girl.
What is her name?
I don't remember.
Asian
I just started
girl?
yesterday.
Asian girl, right.
So, I guess her specialty is sharp objects, so I'm really excited to find a sword. I did find a dagger yesterday, that was a lot of fun.
It's
I hope
bloody.
you find a lot of needles, too.
Oh, God! No, there I draw the line. But all in all, it's been Halo 4, Spartan Ops, Episode 6, and a little bit of Dead Island.
Awesome. Greg?
What did I play this week?
I don't know.
I played a bit of Halo 4.
All right.
I played... What else did I play? Some Guardians of Middle-earth.
Woo!
And I have 4 classes now. I think
Good.
I'm level 11.
Nice.
So,
Good for you.
Moving up in the world.
Is that a lot? I've never played the game, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's pretty...
It's at level 20 you prestige.
It takes a while to
Okay.
level up, so...
Well, you're more than halfway there, then.
Yes. Yes, I am.
That's
Yes, he
fun.
is.
Yeah.
Favorite Guardians right now.
Right now, Eowyn and Legolas.
Nice.
Yes. Because I cannot just be in the fray. I just get destroyed. I don't know what it is. I'm just awful.
It is
So-
it is a very fine line between wreck and shop on the earlier levels and just getting destroyed every time you fight someone. I
Yeah.
found.
Well, and I was thinking about that this week, that just... I feel like you really don't stand a chance until you've gotten to a higher level, because then you've had enough coins to buy all the good gems. And
Right.
every time you complete a match, then you can just spend all your money on potions.
Sure, yeah.
And, so it... I don't know, it kind of annoys me that that's how it works, but I like the game enough to keep coming back to it.
Oh, I love that game. I do so much.
And-
Even though netcode still sucks.
Yeah, when are they going to fix that?
I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Anyways, I also went on a demo extravaganza.
Demoganza?
Demoganza. And, we'll go with that, sure. And I completed, like, most of the demos that I had stored up on my system. So, I'd never played Space Channel 5.
That's a mess.
Which was weird.
Yeah.
So there was that. And what else did I play? I played Devil May Cry.
Good?
So far.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, like, the little I played. But to be fair, like, I'm not a huge fan of the series. I remember loving 1.
Yeah.
I played that a lot. But then when 2 came out and it got mediocre reviews, I was like, meh, and I never played it.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played any 1 since then. So I've only really played the first one. This one seemed good. I would buy it, but not at full price.
Okay.
So there was that.
They didn't shoehorn any idiotic multiplayer into it, did they?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
thank you.
And then played. Well, I think I talked about that last week. I did Dead Space. And what else did I do? I forget now.
You're making me really. I wish I hadn't talked to you about Dead Space because then I was intrigued. So then I downloaded the demo.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And now I really want to buy it. And now, but like I'm already buying like 3 games next month. So like.
I know. I kind of want to get it too, but I'm like, but Rayman Legends.
I think Rayman Legends is going to be a more quality game for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It better be.
Yeah.
Or I'll cry myself to sleep.
Is that next? Is that February next month?
Yeah.
End of the month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I did.
And Borderlands 2.
More Borderlands 2.
Yes, I finished up the main storyline of the latest DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Pretty entertaining ending.
Good.
But overall, my least favorite one.
That's upsetting.
So.
And how many have there been?
3.
Okay.
So 4 is probably. I'm assuming it's going to come out probably March.
Yeah.
And then whatever season 2 is going to be, because I mean they need to pump those out before the new systems.
Right.
So there'll probably be 5 more. By November or so.
That's pretty crazy. It's going to be a huge game by the time all those DLCs come out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's already a huge game.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, like I said, I played the Dead Space 3 demo, and now I want to buy the game, so I'm trying to make myself not pre-order that from some online site. Every time I'm at the computer, I'm like, don't do it, don't hit the order button. And I played some Guardians of Middle-earth, because that remains my favorite game on the system right now. It's just so addictive, even though the netcode sucks so bad.
Now, who are your favorite characters?
Favorite 3 Guardians right now are Runzig.
What a fun name.
Runzig, yeah. Gandalf and Wolfram.
Okay.
Runzig's a tactician, so he like lays out catapults and stuff and protects the towers. Gandalf is kind of is an enchanter, so he like kind of like gets in the battle and kind of heals a little bit and has offensive spells. Mm-hmm. And Wolfram is a healer. So he's like pretty much a defensive guy.
Now I thought you didn't like Wolfie. That's what I call him.
Wolfie?
Yeah.
No, I like Wolfie a lot.
Oh,
he's
there
awesome.
was someone.
Luke Bull, I don't like.
That's the one.
I am Luke Bull. Yeah, I don't like him
Okay.
at all.
That's the one then.
Yeah.
I knew there was someone you didn't like.
Yeah, and playing some Halo 4, obviously, because we were playing through the whole Spartan Ops thing. I really like the Community Forge playlist. I really like the new maps. Well, kind of new, like reimagined map or whatever they are. I'm upset that they're taking that away, like right away.
Wait, they are?
It's temporary?
Yeah, they're taking it away tomorrow.
Oh, I barely played it. I gotta play that
Yeah,
later.
they're taking it tomorrow and putting in Griff Ball and doubles, team doubles.
Oh,
See,
no, give me the Forge.
And here, like, I appreciate the fact that their Griff Ball is coming back.
Yeah.
And doubles, I guess, you know. But, like, that irks me
Yeah,
so much.
me too.
I don't know why they don't have
Me too. Community
playlists as Reach did. Like,
right.
It's like something comes, and then if it doesn't have 17,000 people in it, then
Every second.
Yeah, every second, then, it's gone. Like, the community playlist is awesome.
It's really
One
fun.
thing Bungie did incredibly well with Reach, they, like, checked out all these maps, and eventually, like, the better ones, they just put in matchmaking.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, it got to a point where I would play, you know, Slayer or whatever, and I didn't know any of the maps, because they were all Forge.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is amazing.
That's what Forge should be. Like, that's what it should do.
That's why there's only, 3 map packs coming out.
Right.
Because there's going to be so many Forge maps. It's like, you gave us 3 templates to make these things, and you just take them out?
Right.
Like, cause
After a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
I really liked that tiny map that they had.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I liked the Lockout remake.
Yeah, it's really good.
And, I mean, I think I liked every map except that one stupid SWAT one in space.
Yeah.
Was it Scythe?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember what it was called.
But it might
it
be
was a
because
pretty bad
SWAT's
map.
annoying.
I mean,
No.
SWAT's okay. I don't mind SWAT, but that map
The
was
map-
not good for it.
Yeah.
You know, the only game I played was the video that's on our channel, Shutout.
Yeah. Which is the Lockout remake.
Right. That's the only Forge one I played, and now if it's gonna go away tomorrow, geez, I better play some Halo later.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, are any of these going to be put in matchmaking?
They say that they will. I checked out the Bungie. I checked out the 343 Industries forums about it, where they were talking about the playlist last night, and of course everyone's upset, just like we are, that they're going to take it away.
Mm-hmm.
And they say it's because they need more testing, so now that they've had testing results, they're going to take them down and then put them back up. But they haven't said when they're going to put them back up. And I'm assuming from their posts that they're going to put more into the next Community Forge, and then these are going to eventually make their way into regular matchmaking. But they haven't said either way if they're all coming back, if some are coming back, if there's something wrong with one of them, blah 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 blah. So I guess we'll just have to see. But that's really upsetting to me too, because I know Greg, you talk about this a lot whenever we play online, but I don't like the stock maps that much either. Like, not as much as I like the Reach maps, or certainly the Halo 3 maps.
Right.
So I for one would like to see like more and more and more. Just let's see what other people do with the templates, just to keep it fresh and interesting. Because the stock maps are getting a little bit boring.
I agree, and I think that's part of the reason why I like Reach more. Because overall, I like the maps more.
Mm-hmm.
I like that there's more variety. I like the community maps. I feel like there's more to do.
Right.
And as much as I like playing SWAT, to play the same, like 3 or 4 over and over, it's just, it gets old.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yep.
So that's basically what I was playing this week. What I was not playing this week was Assassin's Creed 3, because it is boring.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. No, it totally is. I actually, spoiler, sold it back to GameStop.
I'm
so
ready to do that myself.
No.
I sold it back because I want Aliens bad, and I needed to put more money down on that, so that's what I did last week, because it's just boring. But
it looks so cool.
It
really
looks awesome. No, it's a beautiful
looks
game.
Cool.
It's a beautiful game that's marred by way too boring pathfinding and like hand holding, and it takes forever to get to the actual game, and then the game is boring. So
that's so disappointing.
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is.
Because I thought about getting it a while back.
Don't.
No.
Yeah, I won't know.
Watch gameplay elements of the best parts on YouTube.
Yeah, 1, 2, and Brotherhood. That's all you need to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are good. But anyways, they're coming out with their first big DLC, The Tyranny of King Washington, which is also an awesome idea for a DLC in an awesome setting that's going to be ruined by a boring game. Mm-hmm. Thoughts, Greg?
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Like, not the idea for the DLC. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like the whole, like, what if scenario.
Yeah, alternate
thing.
history,
I know, we may have talked about this before, but the original Force Unleashed, and even the second one to a degree, like, had that. Like, what would have happened if you chose the dark side? And then, So, it's cool. But what irritated me so much is they hyped up this season pass, and you can get this season pass, and there'll be all sorts of things to go with your game.
Right.
And, again, when I think of season passes, and I think of people who've done it right, is Gearbox with Borderlands. Like, pay $30 now, and you'll get 4 separate episodes that are completely unrelated, and give you different experiences.
And that are pretty meaty, too.
Very meaty, yeah. And this one is like, even though we were hyping up the Tyranny of King Washington, we're just kidding, and it's actually going to be 3
parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you kidding me? You didn't make enough money off the game.
Right.
That you can't just release it in one full pack.
Right.
No Assassin's Creed before this one has done that.
Right. And I bet that the first one is all going to be a tutorial about how to kill King Washington. Or about, like, how to drink tea, because it's
exactly.
something ridiculous.
It's just, it irritates me so much.
Yeah, like the first one is, here, you're an awesome assassin. Kill a squirrel. Like, what? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. It's just like, they put so much time into this game, and it's just, like you said, it's just incredibly boring.
Yeah.
And so now, to actually get something that looks interesting,
you
have to pay for that part?
Oh, yeah.
In 3 installments?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But wait, you can get the season pass for $30.
I don't think so. It's not happening.
Is a waste
I'm
of
turning
money.
this game in.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
And it's just a big and utter disappointment.
Yeah. No, it's
They
upsetting.
really blew it. And,
They did.
If there's going to be more, I hope they they can redeem themselves, but I am certainly not ever going to be buying Assassin's Creed Day 1.
No, yeah, they kind of ruined that for me, too. Yeah, so this is an interesting discussion, Greg. I'm ready to throw down on this.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So, the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls, their next big iteration is not Elder Scrolls 6 yet. It is instead Elder Scrolls Online, which is going to be a PC-only MMO. I believe it's free-to-play? Is it free-to-play? Do we know that?
I don't know.
Or is it going to be subscription?
Nor do I care.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Is it really just PC only?
Yeah, it's PC only.
Man, I didn't know that. Oh.
No, yeah. Current consoles can't handle that. Hopefully next ones will, but that's another discussion. So, anyways, Elder Scrolls Online just started beta signups. I, for one, am super excited because I love the world of Tamriel. I want to explore all of it seamlessly. I want to do it with, this sounds bad, but I want to do it with other people, Greg.
Hey now.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I can't wait to become a Nord again, except now travel to other places and kill real people. Andrea also signed up for the
I did.
beta.
I admit that though I didn't do my research. I didn't realize it was just PC only.
Oh yeah.
So that was stupidity on my part. But when I heard about it, I think it's really cool. As much as I like playing Skyrim solo, I think it'd be really interesting to see how they change it into multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to, explore worlds and stuff, not with just, the PC sidekick, but with a real person. I think that'd be fun.
And also, like, in the MMO setting, like, the crafting and the world items and everything will also be handled by real people. So, like, if you want to be, like, a shopkeeper, you can actually open the shop and,
really
like, craft
cool.
items. Yeah, so, like,
I think I like the idea.
The idea that, like, all the towns and stuff will be, like, more living than just, like, static computer computer characters is pretty cool to me too. But Greg's a big wet blanket. He doesn't like it. So let's let him discuss his side of the story. So you don't think it should be online at all?
No.
Tell me why.
Not at all. Because I am sick of games that are single player only, like, feeling the need to change the whole franchise around so that there can be multiplayer. Like, I don't understand why companies keep doing this. And there was a Jimquisition episode on The Escapist that touched on this point perfectly. And it was this idea that, like, for some reason, if you play single-player games alone, you are a lonely, miserable person, and you have no friends, and nobody will ever love you.
Oh.
Okay, but besides that
irritates me, because some of the best, not all of the best moments I've ever experienced in games have been single-player only.
Really?
Yes.
I see where you're going with that. I think I would agree with you there.
Top three?
Yeah. Like, on the spot right now?
Yeah, man.
Alright.
No pressure.
Knights of the Old Republic, story twist.
Nice.
Halfway through.
I'll give you that.
Andrew Ryan, Office.
Oh, I'll give you that one, too.
1.
Yeah.
And, I don't know what the third one would be.
Okay. I'll spot you that, though.
Off the top of my head, I would say the story twist in Halo 1.
Nice. Nicely done. I'll give you that. Okay.
So, like, those moments couldn't have been possible if those games were crafted to be, like, alright, I'm digging myself a hole. If
it's okay. Go ahead. Keep it.
But it's this idea that companies are so focused on getting that check mark, that multiplayer box on the back of the cover, that it just, they're sacrificing what could have been. And I think we touched on this last week with the new Tomb Raider. And I know we've discussed it in the past when it comes to Spec Ops: The Line, which is another game I still want to play.
Awesome game.
And I think it's going to be the same thing with the Elder Scrolls. I'm not saying it's not going to be quality. I'm not saying it's not going to be fun. And I'm not saying I wouldn't at some point enjoy some sort of co-op, like drop-in, drop-out experience in an Elder Scrolls game.
Right.
But what I am saying is that to come out with its own, like, full game is going to be its own thing, well, I guess I appreciate that a little more than I do, like, games just tacking on multiplayer.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And when I think about something like Assassin's Creed 3 and the Tyranny of King Washington, if you'd taken the entire multiplayer team and put them on that DLC,
they
would have absolutely been able to put that entire thing into the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
No problem.
Yeah. But instead, they put multiplayer.
We're going to devote all these resources to multiplayer.
Right.
That nobody's ever going to play. And
right.
I hate, because publishers will come out and they'll be like, that's not how it works. Like, it's not that there's a set amount of resources,
right.
and if we put it on multiplayer, that's going to
right.
take away from the single player. Except that it is.
Right.
Infinite money is not a thing,
right.
unless you're talking about Halo.
Microsoft,
or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only two games, and even then, they have to ship at some point.
Right.
So, there's no such thing as infinite time and infinite money.
Right.
There are only a certain amount of resources, and they keep blowing them on multiplayer.
Right.
It's driving me up a wall. I hate it.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I feel like with a game like Elder Scrolls and Skyrim, the single player and multiplayer can really work because it's such an open world and there's so much you can do. Something like Tomb Raider, I would totally be against because, I mean, you're Lara Croft, you're one character. How do you
right.
make that multiplayer, you know?
But even when thinking about Skyrim, like, you know, part of the draw of those games has been just the exploration.
Sure.
Going around and discovering things for yourself. Mm-hmm. And then once you find something, going to your friends and being like, hey, look what I found. They'll be like, I never found that at all. I went over here
true.
And I found this other thing. And together, I guess, indirectly conquering the entire world.
I guess.
You know, and experiencing everything that there is. And, I'm going to go back and I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this myself. And while it could be fun with co-op, and I wouldn't be against that, it just irritates me that a single-player experience only is now going into multiplayer.
Well, I think it's going to be... I hear your point, and I completely agree with you, and I don't know if I would like... a multiplayer mode in a game in a story-driven game like Skyrim, but I think they're going to this is a different model within the same universe, which I think is kind of a different thing. Like, for instance, I would not want if we take the Star Wars model, because the Star Wars model has been done both ways too. So you have Knights of the Old Republic games, which are single-player, story-driven, linear RPG games, and then you have Knights of the Old Republic MMO, which is open-world, multiplayer-only, humongous galaxy. I think that franchise and that world is rich enough that you can have both kinds of experience and have it work. And I think it's the same way. What I'm saying is I think that the world of Tamriel is so big, and there's so many possibilities because they've been making these games and like creating this lore for near 20 years now, that I want to be able to have the experience of experiencing that whole world with other people at the same time. I don't know if it would work in the same game necessarily. Like Skyrim, I completely hear what you're saying. Like, part of the beauty of that game, much of the beauty of that game, is that you are like experiencing it yourself, and there's no one there like chatting in your ear, telling you about like what to think about it. Like, you experience it for yourself, and then you can talk about it later with people. So I think that I'd rather have them keep the story versions, like the Elder Scrolls 6, I want to be like Skyrim, just with better graphics on a new system. But I also think that the MMO thing can work with Elder Scrolls because the MMO model allows you to have this whole thing open at once, and not just Skyrim.
And that's fine. I see what you're saying, but back to your example of Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Like, 1 was amazing.
Yes, it was.
2... From what I heard, I don't remember if this is true. They only had like a year to develop it.
Yeah, they got rushed. Although I really did like it. I finished.
But what it was good. Not as good as the first one. But what a cliffhanger they left you with in 2. What a huge cliffhanger. And was there ever a conclusion? No, because they just jumped right into the MMO bandwagon, and it's like, I don't have a gaming PC.
Right.
I'm not a big PC guy in general.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna play this game, especially before when it was pay to play. Like, that model is, I don't agree with, and I will not play any MMO that has that model.
Right.
And so I'm left wondering what could have been with the Knights of the Old Republic 3.
Right.
And that's it. There's never going to be another one because they decided to make it this stupid MMO. And like, that's great that people are enjoying it, and I know the numbers are still pretty high.
Right.
But like, for those of us that played the single-player games, like, we're missing out on what that could have been.
Right.
You know?
Right. No. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it's a question of where do the game publishers' loyalties lie, and if you're going to have a story arc that begins in the single player experience, like maybe you should finish that story arc before you start another one in the same universe.
Right. And I think if Bethesda's doing something right with this one, it's that, Skyrim doesn't end on a cliffhanger. It's not part of a trilogy or something. It's its own separate entity. Mm-hmm. And so, we're going to take the Elder Scrolls Online and make it its own separate entity.
Yep, which is what they're doing.
And that I can appreciate, I can get behind.
Yeah.
But I still don't care about it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You don't have to care.
So.
That's fine. I do. I'll still play it because
probably millions of other people.
Well, because as you know, I'm a sucker and I will buy pretty much anything that's in the Elder Scrolls universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything. They can make it like a beach towel, and I'd be the first in line. Like, yeah, I'm gonna bathe myself with a Nord. Wait, that didn't sound.
You didn't specify if it was a man or a woman.
It's true.
Oh, there you go.
Or a Khajiit.
Ooh.
Khajiit towel.
Furry.
Kitty towel.
Action going on.
All right. Enough of this nonsense. Let's get serious.
Oh, okay.
So, there is a senator. Of course there's an idiot senator. We have plenty of idiot senators. And this one last week said that gamers themselves don't have a say in the game debate.
No, they don't.
No. Why would we?
This was the same guy, what's his name? Leland Yee.
Yeah.
And he's a state senator in California. He's the guy that brought the whole video game law to the Supreme Court that was struck down a few years back. And let's see. Speaking to the San Francisco Chronicle, Yee said, "Gamers have just got to quiet down. Gamers have no credibility in this argument."
Ouch.
In terms of legislation about violent games. And I was just like, dude, if there's one thing you don't ever want to do, it's piss off people when you're a politician.
Right.
But you don't ever want to piss off people who are internet savvy.
Yeah,
I don't remember the woman's name, but she mouthed off, I think it was on Fox News, and immediately afterwards,
flame
every person
war
in the world just gave her books 1-star reviews and just hate mail and all this. And I'm not saying you should give death threats, but if you say something stupid, you should be bombarded with messages saying how stupid you just were.
Right.
And it's just really, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you just want to commit political suicide?
So gamers don't have any debate in the game debate.
It's ridiculous.
Then who exactly does?
Yeah.
Well, the politicians.
Oh,
of course.
They know better.
Yeah, sure. Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
Know.
That's really stupid.
But I mean, it's like what we talked about last week with the $10 million, study from the CDC.
Right. Waste of money.
It was a waste of money. It's dumb.
How many studies do they need? I don't know how many studies do they need. They've done tons of studies.
Yeah, they want studies that, justify their
agenda, opinion. Which means they're going to pay to have people say what they want to say because they're paying them.
Right.
I mean, just as a point of reference, my wife is in school again now to become a psychologist, and she is a part-time gamer. I am obviously a full-time gamer, game all the time.
No, really?
And yeah. And she even tried to find articles. She tried to she used all of her access to all of these online databases because she's in a doctoral program. She has online databases throughout the world. She has a logon to now, so she can look up any study on any human behavior development, whatever. And she looked up every single one she could find, and there's not one. And they've done hundreds. Not one of them has ever said conclusively, scientifically, it's proven that violent video games, no matter how violent and no matter how many times a week you play them, has any effect on behavior. Never. Even in children who shouldn't be playing them in the first place because there's a clear rating system that says that they shouldn't be playing them.
Right.
But even if they play them, it doesn't affect it. So it's stop it. Just stop it.
Right. Well, it's the same idea of movies and stuff. Before video games.
Right.
Little kids seeing violent movies.
Right.
I cannot begin to describe how aggravated I get when I go to see an R-rated movie.
And there's 10-year-olds.
5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. It's you should be shot, person who is their parent. You need to know how to better parent your child.
Yeah, stop it.
They grow up, and most of them aren't messed up, so why would it be any different for games?
Right. Yeah, it's like people just want to ban whatever they don't like, or they want, like you said, like they're going to pay to have people say their way because they want to make some kind of stupid point, but it isn't really a point. Like, it isn't a point. Stop it. Stop getting our games in your politics. It's dumb.
So if you live in California, be sure to send
Leland Yee.
Senator Yee our love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't attach our names to it because we.
Yeah, seriously, don't do that.
Okay. So Atari is bankrupt. Isn't this like the second time in 10 years Atari's
Something
bankrupt?
like that, yeah.
Just give it up, Atari.
Atari and THQ.
I know, not THQ.
THQ is gone. Dead and
THQ
gone.
I know,
dead.
I know.
Atari
That's so sad.
plans to sell off its logo. Logo.
Ooh, they should sell it to me. I love that logo.
Well,
What's it
I'm
going
sure
for?
you can buy it.
$5.10?
I don't know.
$5?
I don't know. It
I've
doesn't
got, like,
say in the article.
I got
You could probably look it up.
I got $15 and change right now.
I think that
Yeah.
probably.
Do you think
do
they'll
it.
take it? Yeah.
I mean,
They might owe me a
what
couple.
have they done since the 80s?
Nothing.
70s,
Yeah, like
whatever.
Atari, you had your time. It was called 1975 to 1985. Like,
Yeah.
that's sad, though. I mean, it's sad. Like, they are an icon. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I would want to
For
own
sure.
that logo just to say I own that logo, but, like, it's not worth anything anymore. Like, what have they done?
Right.
That's a good point.
It's all, what have you done for me lately? And they have not done anything for us lately.
It's true. Same with THQ.
Ooh.
No, Saints Row. Saints Row.
Well, THQ, I feel like they frittered away all their wealth. Because, like, how could you have a game that sold 5 million copies just last year and still be bankrupt?
I know.
Right.
That's why I was so surprised.
Well, and that was one of the articles I read, that they were actually doing really, really well, you know, just in a
general.
whole bunch of areas. But,
Right.
like you said, they just didn't know how to manage their money.
Ouch.
I mean, you had franchises like Saints Row, which sold gangbusters.
Yes, it did.
You had-
Gangbusters.
Nicely done, Greg.
You had Homefront, which,
Homefront. Yeah,
while
I
not like the best game, like a lot of people gravitated towards it because of the time it came out.
The multiplayer was good.
Yeah, I heard that too. A lot of people enjoyed the multiplayer, and that's why they were going to make a sequel.
Yep.
Which Crytek's got that now, right?
Crytek bought it outright. They had actually contracted Crytek to develop it anyway, and so Crytek just bought it outright because they didn't want all their work to go to waste. If someone else bought it, they'd have to just can all that work.
Right.
So now they bought it outright, but they got it for like a song. They got it for $500,000. The entire now they own the entire franchise for
Yeah.
No,
$500,000. Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
seems
good.
cheap.
it is cheap. Yeah, because the first one sold like 2 million copies or something like that. It sold a ton. So yeah,
And then
Wow.
Darksiders, which weirdly enough
Didn't,
find
yeah.
a home. Well, the IP did, I think, but the studio did not.
Vigil. Yeah,
Um,
that's sad.
but both of those games sold pretty well, from
Yes.
what I understand.
So it did.
I'm not recalling what else they had under their belt, but
Well, I mean, they made a couple big sellers at the end of original Xbox. Like, they made that game Destroy All Humans,
oh yeah,
which was a big seller.
Yeah, it was.
They had the WWE franchise, which I don't care about because I don't care about wrestling, but that always sells
they
a million.
make it every year, so
And it-
someone's buying.
Oh, every hillbilly in the United States buys WWE. Like, don't they?
Apparently,
I mean, I don't know a lot of hillbillies, but I think they're all buying
I love
WWE.
how you're looking at Andrea like,
Yeah, come on,
"Is that
Andrea."
true? Can you please explain that to me?
Since you're the resident hillbilly?
I do not buy any of those sports games. I just kind of roll my eyes at them.
I wouldn't call that a sports game.
Right, because it's a fake sport. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But someone's buying it. You know,
Yeah.
they had a lot of licenses. I felt like they published everything, and now suddenly they're dead.
Yeah. Well, and they had stuff in development too,
Right.
like new IPs.
Right.
So
Oh, well. Yeah, they were working with Turtle Rock. I want to see what that game is. Because Turtle Rock are the people that developed...
Rock?
They're the company that developed Left 4 Dead. Valve
Oh.
bought them, or bought Left 4 Dead
Uh-huh.
from them, but they're the ones that actually, like, coded it. They did the work. Like, they're the ones
Turtle
that came
Rock.
up with it.
I like it.
Yeah, and they were making a new game with THQ, and now someone else bought it, so...
Okay.
Yeah. So, it is interesting, really interesting to me that Microsoft didn't buy anything outright or that Sony didn't buy it outright, because you'd think with the new systems coming out in less than a year now,
That's a good point,
they'd want to
yeah.
really... Like, what if Microsoft owned Saints Row? And, like, you couldn't get the next Saints
Oh,
Row unless
man.
it was a launch title on the Xbox. Like, they'd make a killing.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they would.
It seems silly to me that they didn't. That like, no one bought that, you know?
I'm sorry. I just came across Metro.
Right,
Yeah,
Metro!
which I haven't played the first one, but I heard it was great.
Really good.
And they're also going to publish South Park, too.
Right.
So
Which Ubisoft bought?
Ubisoft bought
Yeah.
now. Which I don't want to give them any more of my money after the wound that is Assassin's Creed 3, but I really
You
want to
will,
play
though.
South Park.
Well, you're going to buy Rayman anyway.
Right. I want to support that one guy, though. Michel Ancel.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. As Frenchies go, he's pretty cool. Usually they're pompous asses, but like, but that one's a nice one. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Atari. Ha 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 ha.
Sorry, Atari.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah,
And
I see what you
I'm
did
gonna
there.
trademark that.
All right.
So Capcom,
Yeah.
who make a bunch of bad decisions every year.
Every year.
Every single year. They are bringing Resident Evil Revelations, which first came out on 3DS, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
To next gen, now they're very current gen, soon to be old gen systems this year. And they've decided not to bring it to the Vita. Why not, Greg?
Well, personally, I don't care about the
I mean,
Vita.
I don't either, but...
I think most people don't. But those those people that have a Vita
But
care
for the
about
10
it.
people that have it, yeah.
I mean, it is a nice piece of hardware, from what I've heard. I haven't held one, ever. Don't take that out of context.
Yeah. You never forget your first Vita. You
it's true.
Whew.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So they want some games for the Vita, and they're like, let's have games for the Vita. And Capcom was like, okay, but you need to look elsewhere.
Yeah, don't look at us.
They're bringing Resident Evil Revelations to 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and PC.
Wow.
Okay.
But they are not bringing it to the Vita. And when asked about it, one of the people,
They said, not it.
Capcom product manager Mike Lunn, gave a response. And in this article, he's quoted as saying, "We really wanted to hone in on the experience you get with a large format screen, surround sound, etc. This type of setup really helps players get sucked into the horror vibe and enjoy the game to its fullest extent." Now, two things here. First off, the last time a Resident Evil game was scary was like 2002.
Right, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, a really long time ago. So there's no horror vibe anymore.
No, it's Broham. It's Broham
Yeah, oh,
action.
yeah, oh, yeah. Second, the game came out on 3DS. I don't know what surround sound that thing has.
And it's two tiny little screens.
Yeah. Like, what is this guy on?
I don't know. He's on Capcom PR juice.
I don't, like...
They just didn't want to do it because it's probably hard to develop. It's probably way different than 3DS architecture, so they didn't want to do the work.
Well, and people were frustrated with that answer, and so he came back and said something about...
Not it.
Like, the Vita... The what?
He said not it, so someone else would.
Not it.
He said the Vita infrastructure is different
Right.
from the 3DS and
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But it's like, look, you're Capcom. You make millions of dollars every year. I don't know why, because you continue to make stupid decisions
They make
like
really-
on this DLC.
Ugh.
But for whatever reason, they still make money. Like, you can afford to develop for this system.
Right, they just don't want to do it.
They just don't want to do it.
Yeah, the bottom line is it's probably really easy to upscale 3DS games for whatever reason because of some computey goopy goop that I don't know. But it's probably really, really easy to like take one file from 3DS stuff and put it in an Xbox thing and upscale it and then put surround sound on it and make a shiny sheen for no money on their end and then they'll sell it to us for $40 or $50 and we'll buy it because we're suckers.
Yeah.
And it's probably very hard to do it for Vita because Vita is a weird kind of system and that's how they made the Vita look so good even though it's a handheld. So it's probably really hard to develop for it, just like PlayStation 3 was.
Yeah, except they're going to sell this game for $50 on the arcade.
Ridiculous.
I think it's a download only.
That's ridiculous.
But,
I'm not going to buy
yeah.
that crap.
$50.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
There are very few things I would pay $50 for download only.
That's way too much.
I think it's download only. I don't know for sure. But, yeah.
Either way, it's a, what, 2-year-old game?
Yeah.
Why are you selling it for $50?
Yeah,
Because
that's
they can,
ridiculous.
and Resident Evil is in the title, so people will buy it.
Not these people.
Not the, yeah.
No.
Stand strong, Andrea.
No.
Yeah.
Play 0, 1, and 4. I
Right.
never played 2 or 3, but I heard those are pretty good.
Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The only one I ever played was Dead Aim.
That's
Resident
horrible.
You need to just go download 4 from the marketplace.
It
4 is awesome, yeah.
It was so cheesy, but you know what? It was pretty fun.
Okay.
Incredibly cheesy, but
All right.
still entertaining.
Download 4. Play it.
You could beat the whole game in an hour and a half
Yes.
if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Just speed through it.
I love those speedruns, too. I remember
Yeah.
doing, like, one of them on the remake of 1.
Yeah.
think I got it in under 3 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid. You are the master
Then
of
you get like
unlocking.
an infinite rocket launcher.
Oh,
So your
nice.
friends are always blowing everything away. It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I like it. Whatever you do, stay away from Raccoon City. Stay away from Operation Raccoon City.
No kidding.
I actually bought that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so was
Oh,
I.
the game.
Oh, no, like in real life, too, yes, because Raccoon City is a piece of crap because it's overrun with zombies. But I mean,
that's
like...
what I thought you meant.
No, but I mean,
it's
the
a
game,
Yeah.
Operation Raccoon City,
Got it.
never,
Stay
ever,
away
ever,
from
ever, ever play it.
Okay.
Never, ever play it.
Well, stay away from the game and the city. Done.
Right,
There
it's,
you go.
anything called Raccoon
Anything
City,
with raccoons,
just go the other
get
way.
rid of it.
They eat garbage, like, it's bad. Stay away from raccoons.
All right.
Alright.
And zombies.
Yeah. So, movie news, since we're a movie podcast. No, not really.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, J.J. Abrams, also known as the man made of money, not only does he get to resurrect Star Trek, but now Disney, the new owners of Star Wars, are going to give him the reins for Episode 7. What say you, Andrea?
Yeah.
Wow, really? But he's
okay.
going to stock it with sexy guys and lens flare for you.
Well, okay.
She's
That was
sold.
fast.
She's sold.
No. I know J.J. Abrams is the Lost guy because I was a big fan of the show Lost.
Okay.
I have all the seasons on DVD, and I really
Wow.
need to watch them from the beginning because that show there's so much in it. And anyway, okay. This whole new
World?
Star Wars thing that it's like
New fantastic place.
Yeah.
the whole.
Nicely done.
I personally don't get the new Star Wars thing. I loved what I call the originals. So was that 4, 5, and 6?
Those are the originals.
Yeah. But and then they did the stupid 1, 2, 3. No. And now they're gonna make more.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yeah. No.
You must not be a really big Star Wars fan.
I really enjoyed the movies. I do. I enjoy the movies. Not 1, 2, and 3.
No, but I mean, like, if you are a crazy Star Wars fan, like, you are chomping at the bit at this.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really?
I love the movies, but
I have, like, just to let you know, I went to a hoity-toity wine party last night, and I wore my Return of the Jedi socks.
oh my god,
Nice.
you have
That's
Jedi
what kind
socks.
of a that's what
Nice.
kind of a Star Wars fan I am. I have 3 different pair of
Oh,
Star
wow.
Wars related
Yeah,
socks.
I'm not that hardcore.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the Star Wars movies, but I'm not that hardcore.
If
so
my
that's
wa-
why I'm just like, oh.
If my wife would allow me to put Star Wars comforters on our bed, I would. Like, I would go buy the kid comforters and I put them in my bed. Like, I love Star Wars so much.
Okay, so then you're really excited about this then.
I'm really excited that they're going to continue the saga. Like, I'm really excited they're going to continue in the universe. I'm really
Okay.
excited about the possibility of George Lucas not being there, so there's no pseudo-racist aliens, and there's no, like, Jar Jar Binks who grates on my nerves, and there's more ass-kickery.
Kickery.
And better special effects because it's newer
Sure,
film, and, like, I'm really excited about the possibility of them dipping into the extended universe, which is in the comics and the video games and the books, which
Okay.
to me is much richer than the original kind of universe. I don't know if I'm excited about the same guy having control over Star Trek and Star Wars. Like, I don't know how, like, Star Trek has its own look and feel. Star Wars has its own look and feel. Like, and Star Wars has always been kind of more grandiose, more like, I mean, it was envisioned as a so-called space opera, right? So it's kind of like over the top, orchestral score, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what Star Wars was. It's kind of like larger than life. And Star Trek has always, to me, kind of been a little bit more like,
Smaller scale.
not in smaller scale necessarily, but more like into the science of it, and Star Wars is kind of more into the magic of it, if you want to kind of go that way with it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
It's not magic, it's metachlorians.
But yeah, I don't know if I like if Star Trek comes out this, because the new one's coming out this year. If I go see that and it looks like, you know, sexy action, lens flare, J.J. Abrams all over the place, and then I go see next year or 2 years from now and I see Star Wars and it looks exactly the same, just with lightsabers, I'm gonna be pissed.
So yeah, you don't want to see the same movie.
Right, and I don't know, like, undoubtedly J.J. Abrams is a good director, like, that's why he gets all these jobs, and he's a bazillionaire, but I mean, like, I don't know, I think that's a dangerous proposition, giving the same person control over the biggest sci-fi franchises in American history, personally. I don't know. Greg?
I mean, I'm not particularly, like...
You don't have a horse in this race?
Yeah, like, I don't really care. Like, I'm excited for a new Star Wars movie.
Heck yeah.
Because I think Lucas, like, once he got his iron grip on the thing, was just like, no, we're going to stay, like, where I want it to, which is exactly where the movies are, and not branch out at all.
Right.
And that's why I love Knights of the Old Republic so much, because it was just so radically different.
Right,
you know?
absolutely.
In terms of this guy, like, the only thing I question is how, like, before he's like, I don't want to be the director.
Yeah, now all of a sudden.
And now he wants to be the director. This article says that apparently he beat out Ben Affleck and Jon Favreau.
Really?
Which I'm like, if you gave Ben Affleck
I would die. Yeah, I would
die.
I'm sorry, like...
No.
I like
Favreau, though, I would have liked. Dang it.
But, so, I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never been into Star Trek. It's not that I hate it. I just never really watched it.
Right.
I watched a new movie, and I think that was great.
Right.
So I'm sure the second one will be pretty good, too.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the new movie. I don't particularly care who's attached to it, as long as it's good.
It's good.
As long as it's not Lucas.
Right, as long as it's not Lucas.
As long as Lucas goes calmly into that good night.
Like, as you were speaking, like, what came to my mind was just how grandiose this franchise could have been.
Oh, yeah.
In the past, like,
20
years or so. Like, what could have happened with the movies, and how, like, there could have been maybe a lot more of them.
Yeah.
We could be looking at, trilogies galore of, like, their own separate storylines.
Right.
I guess I think more of, like, James Bond, how, like...
Yeah.
Same character, but, like, just new and different things every movie.
Right, exactly.
But instead, he was just so tethered to this original concept.
Right.
It's like the only place that you can get these new ideas is the extended universe, like you said.
Right.
But it's like, I'm not going to go out and read all the books or watch all the
I will.
movies and anime.
I will.
And I know you will. I won't. So,
They've got me. Like, they've got me at hello. Like, Star Wars, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
So, hopefully, the new ones will be good.
Although, you guys should be proud of me. I restrained myself from buying the Star Wars Xbox edition because I, like, really wanted that Xbox that looked like R2-D2.
Oh, God.
I also have never played Star Wars Kinect because I heard it was the worst game ever. So even though I love Star Wars and I want to use the Force with my Kinect, I've never, ever, ever, ever done it, and I never will.
Okay.
So you guys should be proud of me.
I am.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you. What do you think this means for Star Wars video games going forward? If J.J. Abrams brings his, like, lens flare, everything moves too fast for you to see it, like Broham action sexy man, to Star Wars, what do you think that's going to mean for the games?
Wow.
Well.
I mean, movies
right,
and
Andrea
video
doesn't know what
games.
she wants to say.
No, I don't.
Andrea's stuck on sexy man.
Movies and video games are so different, so...
Well, yes and no these days.
Well, yeah, I suppose. I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I'm really... I like the Star Wars movies, but I don't consider myself a huge Star Wars fan.
Okay.
And Star Trek, yeah.
You saw the new movie, Star Trek?
I did.
You like it?
A while ago. Not really.
Oh
what?
You don't like The Dark Knight.
She doesn't
you don't like Star Wars.
And she doesn't like Halo 4.
You don't like Halo 4.
What do you like?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I did. This was a while ago. I think I got it from Netflix. Yeah, I definitely saw it. It was okay.
Wow.
All right, just turn the microphone. We're going to keep this between us now.
I know.
Mike.
Wow.
I am hoping that he brings a much-needed facelift to the action scenes of Star Wars, and therefore the games as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, especially the newer ones, it was all about special effects.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like, special effects are cool and great when you have a solid story and awesome choreography and great, like, things happening. Like, I enjoyed the Darth Maul fight from episode 1. Like, that's
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't care about the other two movies' fight scenes because they weren't that epic. Well, I liked the lava one. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
But, so I hope that makes an appearance.
Yeah.
And I hope that kind of finds its way into the games as well.
I actually think, like, J.J. Abrams' action movies kind of work better for me as a video game than a movie. Like, that Star Trek movie, just used as a point of reference, it moves a little too fast for me as a movie. Like, I get a headache when I watch. Like, when I saw that movie, I've seen that movie a couple times now, and I watched it maybe 2 times at home on my own TV, but I saw it the first time in the theaters. And in the theaters, it literally gave me a migraine. Like, all those space scenes that went so fast with all the lens flare and the super action-y, like, all over the place. It was moving so fast, like, it actually gave me, it made me nauseous.
Oh, wow.
But as a video game, I want that, like, raw. Like, if it's in, like, some kind of, like, space fight scene or, like, imagining what they're going to do with the on foot battle scenes or like the lightsaber duels and stuff going forward. Like, I want that, like, kind of like visceral, in your face, like really fast response action in a video game. So I hope that it kind of brings that kind of vigor to it. And I really, really, really want a new Star Wars Battlefront so bad. So if they can transfer that kind of like awesome kind of gritty lens flare looky thing that like J.J. Abrams does really well, especially to the next-gen systems, then go for it, JJ, because I want a new Star Wars Battlefront.
So, out of curiosity, since you had that problem with the new Star Wars, or Star Trek, I mean, how did you handle the Bourne movies? Or did you?
Oh, God, same kind of
Those
problem.
Were so bad.
No, same kind of problem, yeah.
I mean, good movies, but just the camera, like...
The Bourne Identity?
All of them.
They're so fast, like whenever he's like hitting people, it's like,
cameraman is on speed or something.
No, it's crazy.
Like,
I only saw the first one a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any of the other ones. Those movies have been on my Netflix list for a while now.
You should watch them. They're good. Actually.
Yeah, I need to watch them at some point.
Yeah.
The first one I did. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was okay.
They're good, but it's just like, whenever action is happening, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's just a flurry and then something's dead.
Like garbage. Like, just,
Yeah.
Too much.
Dumb.
Yeah. Okay, so, Splinter Cell. Are you excited about Splinter Cell, Andrea? Do you care? Or do you not like that either?
No.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
No, I do.
Just like you like Halo?
Uh-oh.
I played the demo for Splinter Cell.
Conviction?
Yeah, that's the one. Splinter Cell Conviction.
Love that game.
Ago. And I wanted to get that game for a long time now, because I really enjoyed the demo, yeah. And, now that there's this new one coming out, am I going to get it day one? No. Am I going to add it to my game wish list? Yeah, I think so. Just because what little I played of Conviction,
It's so good.
Yeah.
I love Conviction. Did you play Conviction?
No. I loved Pandora Tomorrow.
Me too.
And I loved Chaos Theory. Like, the graphics back in the day, oh my god, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I have not played any of the 360 ones. Double Agent?
Double Agent.
And Conviction.
Double Agent kind of blows. Conviction's awesome.
Yeah. There's good games, but I'm just not necessarily looking forward to them.
Well, I, for one, am excited, but I'm not going to get it. Well, what am I talking
Yeah, you are.
I'll probably get it day one, but I'm not going to get the collector's edition because it's a ton of money. So they just announced it. It's like $170. And it comes with a plane that flies.
No.
It comes with a real RC-controlled humongo plane that flies.
I'm sorry, that is so stupid to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it is at one time the dumbest and the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, why? You're buying it for the game.
Right.
Why am I going to pay so much extra for this plane that is just going to sit in the corner and collect dust?
It flies, Andrea.
Oh, wow, it flies.
You could put your cat on it and then fly him around.
Oh, goodness. For me, I don't see a point to that. Why?
Just because
You're
you have money.
excited for the plane, aren't you?
I'm excited for the... I know, like I said, I think it's the dumbest and the coolest thing
got it.
at one time. I think it's the
You
dumbest
so
thing.
want the plane?
I kind of want the plane. I mean, it's so awesome. It flies.
Uh-huh.
You could be like, look, I'm Splinter Cell. And then you like fly it around your backyard.
Look, I'm Splinter
Look,
Cell.
I'm Splinter Cell.
Oh.
You don't like the plane idea?
Not really.
Oh, damn it.
I mean, my problem with collector's editions nowadays is, like, they don't have anything really substantial in them. Like, compared to, I feel like, the older collector's editions. Like, I think back to, like, Chaos Theory and Halo 2. And it's like, you paid $5, $10 extra.
Yeah.
And you got, like, making of stuff. You got
The Halo 2 one was awesome.
Oh, my God. Halo 2, Halo 3 as well. Just like, I'm interested in that. I want to see, like, the steps that you took to make your game.
Right.
Maybe some of the problems that came up during development.
Right.
Like, I like that stuff. And for whatever reason, I don't know why games have just moved away from that.
They've gone to crazy merchandise.
Like crazy
Yeah.
merchandise.
Like flying planes.
Dude!
Night vision goggles.
It's a flying plane!
The Dragonfire replica in the Black Ops on a plane. And it's like, I enjoy the fact that they add, maybe DLC codes or things like that. That's fine. But give me something more substantial. Like, I want to know more about development.
Yeah.
See, that makes more sense to me.
You want to know about the game. You don't necessarily want something from
Lord
the game.
Lord of the Rings, the super amazing editions came out with 10 hours?
Oh, I've got them,
of each one. And that's cool that that is there.
It's very cool.
So it's why don't games have that?
So what would make a good... Okay, let's play a game here. Andrea, what's the next big game coming out for you that you're most excited about?
Tomb Raider.
Okay. What would make a viable Tomb Raider Collector's Edition so that you'd actually want to pay a little bit? Look, first of all, what price point would you pay for a Collector's Edition, and what should it have in it for it to be worth it to you?
Oh, wow. I think a lot of it would depend what I get with it.
Sure.
But in general, for me, the games are ridiculously expensive enough.
Right.
$60 a pop.
Right. 65 with tax.
For a collector's edition that I wanted, I really don't want to pay too much more than that. I mean, like I said, I think it would depend what was in it.
Let's say it's $70, so it's basically $10 more.
Then I might.
What would be worth it if it was $70?
I'm going to agree with Greg on this one. I think it'd be interesting to see the making of and behind the scenes stuff.
So for one extra DVD that's 3 hours long that has a bunch of developer interviews and whatever, and then let's say it comes in a sexy tin case instead of a plastic one, and it comes with a really good looking art book, that's worth $10 to you?
Yeah, I'd say so, for sure.
Okay, how about you, Greg? What's the next big game coming out for you?
Probably either BioShock or Rayman Legends.
What would make it worth it?
What we already talked about, the making of, maybe some extra DLC. I didn't mind, when it came to Halo 4, I bought the collector's edition, that's $100.
So did I. God, that was a lot of money.
Yeah. But, it's $60 for the game. I'm going to buy the DLC anyways, so that was included. So why not spend the extra 10 and get, DLC. Just a nice, extra bonus stuff. And so that's fine. I guess, I don't know, I feel like these games are just so involved with, the Flash and, all these other garbage things. I don't necessarily care about an art book. I don't care about, bonus supplemental material, a journal from Dr. Halsey or things like that. I don't care about that.
No, that's,
So, I just want making of stuff.
Okay. Okay. Really. I think the next big game that I'm super psyched about is Aliens. And in their collector's edition, you get the characters from the movie as DLC, and then some DLC guns from the movies. And I think stuff like that's really cool. Is really cool. That lends itself to the lore, and you can play it in the game. I like that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay $100-something for that, and then some stupid facehugger toy.
Right.
I don't need a facehugger toy. I mean, it's awesome, but I don't need it.
Like a facehugger plushie.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, if it's something cute, yeah.
See, there goes Andrea. As long as it's cute, she'll take it. So if they came with a Lara Croft plush doll.
No. No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right.
What if it came with a Caden?
There you go, Caden plushie.
That's still kind of weird.
Or soap. No, it's not. Not when you hold it in your hands. It would be weird.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess maybe we should wrap it up for this week on that note. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, commenting, liking. We appreciate any and all of it. We're like we said, over 30 subscribers on YouTube, finally. And we really appreciate that. So now we're on the road to 50 and 100 and more. So tell your friends about us, tell your enemies about us, tell your cousins and family members about us. We appreciate it. Guys, anything else?
No, that's it.
No.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Moo!